today's video, I'm going to share the 3 things that I sewed in October, the 3 main reasons that I only sewed 3 things, and my plans for November. Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome to my sewing space, and let's get right into the 3 things that I made this month. The first thing that I made is this crop top with the mock style neck, and I use Simplicity pattern 8809. This is from 1999, and I made view D. I'm glad that I made this shirt because it was really good practice sewing with knit fabrics. However, I do not like this shirt. I've only worn it once since I made it a full month ago. It's a very comfortable shirt to wear. I just don't think that I did a great job sewing it, and I'm not really confident with how it looks. I'm not a big fan of the neckline. It's one of those pieces that I'm proud of that I made. You know, I can't get good at sewing with knit fabrics if I don't practice. I'm definitely going to keep it in my closet as a reminder so I can look back in a few months or years to see how far I will have eventually come with sewing knit fabrics. But yeah, just, it's certainly not the best thing that I've ever sewn. Unrelenting, forward moving progress. I'll keep going and I'll keep trying, and that's the first thing I made. The second thing I made is this adorable crossbody bag that I made from the leftover quilt pieces that I used to make my quilt coat. I love my quilt coat, and I love this bag. I am really happy with how this turned out. It doesn't need a big long explanation. I love it and I'm happy with it. That was the second thing I made. So those 2 makes I had planned for. I knew that I was gonna make them. I had also planned to make a matching sweatshirt and sweatpants set using that really pretty blue with the red floral print fabric. It had too many sunspots on it, so I never got around to making those pieces, and I would definitely still like to make a matching sweatshirt, sweatpants set, but it's not gonna be with that fabric. So the third thing that I made that I had not planned on making is this maxi length tiered skirt, and I love this skirt. I am so glad that I made it, whether it was planned for or not. I made it out of 3 different fabrics. This tier was made out of leftover fabric from the Peppermint Valley jumpsuit that I sewed. The bottom tier is left over from a vintage bed sheet, and the ruffle at the bottom was actually the top part of the sheet. This top tier was just a small piece of pretty plaid that I thought coordinated nicely with the other 2 fabrics. I was glad to be able to use up this little piece from my stash and the leftover pieces from my previous project, and I love this skirt so much. There are really 3 reasons why I only made 3 things this month, and they're all pretty big reasons. The first one is every October for the last 3 years I've thrown a very large Halloween party at my house. That's a lot of work. That's over with. That was this weekend. It was a lot of fun. And the second reason is my best friend had a baby, so I've been spending time with her and the baby, trying to help out any way I can. And the third reason that I didn't get more than 3 projects done this month is we have adopted 2 kittens, and it's a whole story which I will get into now, and I'm gonna try and keep it under 1 minute. So if you don't want to hear about kittens, skip forward. I live on a dirt road in a very rural area in Pennsylvania, and somebody, I don't know who, I probably will never know who, drove down our road and dropped off 6 kittens. 3 of them ended up at my house, 2 of them ended up at my neighbor's house 2 doors down, and 1 of them ended up even further down the road. 1 female, that's the white one here, one of my friends kindly adopted. My husband and I decided that we would keep the 2 boys. So without further ado, let me introduce you to our 2 new kittens. So first up, we have Hondo. And Hondo is all black, and he's a very friendly, happy kitty. He's the smaller of the 2. And then we have, get down buddy, his brother, Patches. This is Patches. Patches O'Houlihan. If you know, you know. If you do know, leave a comment that you know. They are very, very friendly. All 6 of them, to my knowledge, are very, very friendly, which makes it even more frustrating that somebody loved on these kittens. They're not feral at all. They are just little love bugs. And they purr and they're happy. And it makes me very frustrated that somebody would just drop 6 very friendly, healthy kittens on a dirt road. I think, and I'll never know for sure, but I think what happened is whoever had this litter of kittens got them to a point where they thought that they could fend for themselves and just drop them on a back road. Come here. So we have these 2 brothers now, and they are doing great, and they've been keeping me busy. Next up, I want to talk about my plans for November. Let's start with my crocheting plans. I'm still working on that hexagon cardigan for my friend, but I worked on it this month. I did make some progress. I think I added 6 more rounds to each hexagon this month. My plan is to hurry up and finish this by the end of the month. The other thing that I am working on currently is embroidering a pair of Converse. I have made some progress with this. I got the leaves done, but I still have to do all of the flowers on this, and then I have to do the other shoe. Embroidering canvas is not as easy as I thought it would be. Stay tuned. As soon as these shoes are done, I'll share a video about it. As for my sewing plans, the first thing that I want to make is a sweatshirt using Helen's Closet Jackson Tee and pullover pattern. I have this sweatshirting that I picked up a few years ago from a local thrift store. It's nice and soft inside. It has this interesting like checkered plaid pattern on it that I think is kind of nice. So I do want to sew up a pullover sweatshirt in this fabric this month. The other thing that I want to make is a blouse to add to my wardrobe. This linen cotton blend that I picked up from Joann Fabric probably 2 years ago now. And at the time I didn't know what I was going to make with it. So I decided that I think I'm going to use this fabric to make the peppermint ruffle sleeve top from the Peppermint Magazine's website. The next thing that I am hoping to make, I love dresses like this. I wore these all the time in 5th and 6th grade. I call them jumpers. I don't know what other people call them. I got this pattern from my godmother. Thank you, Amy. 1996 by Simplicity Pattern Company. This is pretty nostalgic for me. I'm going to be using this yellow corduroy fabric that I made a wrap skirt with, but I have so much of this left over. I've been waiting to find a pattern like this specifically to use this fabric with. So I'm really excited to make this view here. I think that this would be so cute with a turtleneck underneath it and a pair of tights and boots for the winter season, and you know, with a t-shirt and sandals when it gets warmer. They also have the romper version right here, which I will definitely be making this in the spring with a lighter fabric. I'm so excited to try this pattern out. The final thing that I want to sew, again trying to work on my knit sewing skills, is this quick sew pattern 2088. Really pretty tunic dress. I like the shape and the loose fit through the body and the long sleeves. I think that this is another thing that would be really cute with tights and a pair of boots. It has long sleeves, maybe throw a vest over it or a cardigan. I think it would make a really good winter layering dress. The problem is I don't have any fabric in my stash that is appropriate for this dress. I need stretch knits only with 25% stretch, suggested interlock, lightweight knits, or jersey, and I need, for my size, 2 full yards. I don't have any of that type of fabric in my stash currently, so I'm gonna have to go shopping to pick that up. That is the 4th thing that I want to sew this month. So that's it. Those are my plans. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!